And just like that, the preseason is almost over, folks. Welcome into this edition of the Kansas City Chiefs Report, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us as we set the scene for Thursday night's preseason matchup between your Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears. The preseason finale, we will not see the starters, according to Chiefs head coach Andy Reid, but that doesn't mean tonight is a big game for the Chiefs. As you look at where these guys are at, a lot of guys competing for roster spots, competing for playing time, and a chance to separate themselves, their last chance to show what they're made of. The Bears come in as 3.5-point favorites. The over-under set at 34.5. I got my 5 things to watch for that we'll go over here in just a bit. Before we do, we got a sub-battle going on between the Chiefs Report and Bears Now, who is hosted by former Chiefs Report host Harrison Graham. Yes, you heard that right. He's over on the Bears channel now. So if you want to stick it to Harry and show why we have the best fans in the NFL and, show Harry what he's missing here in the Kansas City Chiefs Report, go ahead and subscribe now to the channel. We're live for our watch parties throughout the season, including Thursday's game. We're bringing our daily news and rumors. We have our breaking news, mailbags, all that and more in one place right here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Subscribe now for free, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. First up, let's talk about King Felix. The Chiefs' first-round pick out of Kansas State a year ago has been one of the talks of the offseason for Kansas City. We'll see how much playing time he actually gets on Thursday night with a lot of the key contributors not playing, so that remains to be seen how much we actually see of him. But if he plays a significant amount, I want to see him have that breakthrough game that we've been waiting to see. He's been awesome in training camp. We have seen the flashes. We've heard the rumblings, right? But whether it was last year in the regular season or this year in the preseason, none of us have seen it with our own eyes. And I got 4 eyes in live game action. I want to see it in live game action from King Felix, finally showing what he's made of, making some big plays. I don't even need to see a sack. I just want to see maybe it's a tackle for loss or some play where he blows up somebody. Just give me something. Give me anything, right? More on King Felix, a Super Bowl champion last year in his first season with Kansas City. He's played a lot of football in terms of just being out there, being available. 17 games as a rookie with 17 total tackles and 1 forced fumble, but we're still waiting for that big moment. And I wonder if Thursday night is the night that he finally has that breakout performance. You look at the statistics in the preseason, and they haven't been great. Just 5 total tackles, 4 solo tackles, and 1 pass breakup. Is this the night that he has his breakthrough? What do you guys think? I'm very curious if you believe it is. Who do you got tonight? You going with the Chiefs or are you going with the Bears in this matchup? If you think the Chiefs win, type C for Chiefs. If you think the Bears pull it off tonight, type B for Bears. I don't want to see any Bs for Bears in the chat. Spam those Cs and we'll continue here on today's show. Number 2, what to watch for the Kansas City Chiefs on Thursday night. Let's talk about the RB3s. The guys competing for that spot, Prince and Steele, both of them have had very good runs of it the last few weeks when you talk about training camp as well as these preseason games. Both these guys have stood out. I love what I've seen from both of them so far, and this could be the game that's the deciding factor who wins that RB3 job, and it's not impossible that one of them or both of them could potentially pass up CEH. That's not out of the realm of possibility just yet. But you look at what both these guys have done. Prince had a solid game last week against the Detroit Lions. In the preseason so far, he's had 11 carries for 63 yards, 5.7 yards per carry, and he's also a decent receiving back as well. So that brings another element to this Chiefs offense, as we know Andy Reid doesn't like to run the ball a ton, if we're going to be honest with you. They like to use the screen game as a substitute for the run game, and that's where a guy like Prince could potentially play a key role. Meanwhile, Carson Steele, the man of steel, was really good in that first preseason game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And now, what does he have? Can he separate himself from Prince? Can he have a big night on Thursday? So far, 7 carries, 37 yards, good average, 5.3 yards per carry, as well as a touchdown run. Watch out. Let's see what he can put together. Who would be the RB3 in your eyes? If you had to choose between one of these two, which would it be? Type Prince for Prince, type Steele for Steele. Let me know which running back you rather roll with in the comments section below. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time. Game Time, a place to go for last-minute tickets. The best seats, the lowest prices guaranteed. Game Time has this new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the stuff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets, folks. And they have their super deals as well. If you get a super deal, then you have really found something here, folks. Here's how it works. Choose the event you want to go to, whether it's the Chiefs preseason, maybe it's the Royals, Sporting Kansas City, maybe you want to go see a concert at the Kauffman Center. Plenty of options to choose from. And you choose your seat, see if you like that seat or not, get the visual, very user-friendly and interactive. And just like that, you're checking out Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, all major credit card providers. It is fast, easy, and simple, folks. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. Check out Game Time today. Next up on our list of what to watch for from the Kansas City Chiefs, I want to see more from Cornell Powell. Cornell Pal at the wide receiver position had a breakout game last week against Detroit. What does he have for an encore this week? It is a crowded receiver room, right, of guys trying to compete to make a roster spot. You guys already know when we talk about the likes of Kadarius Toney and Sky Moore and Justyn Ross, among others here. And now here's a guy in Cornell Powell who is looking the part so far throughout this preseason. His numbers, 4 catches, 88 yards, 22 yards per reception, 1 touchdown. The guys looked really good, and this is another chance for him to shine, and he's going to be working with a variety of quarterbacks on Thursday night. Let's see what he can do if he can potentially separate himself there. Number 4, Carson Wentz. This is a big opportunity for Carson Wentz. He is getting the start for the Kansas City Chiefs on Thursday night, the first preseason game he has started. Mahomes, of course, started the previous 2. And going through walkthroughs and practices all week, it's a totally different ball game when you're preparing as the starter, right? And I want to see how much command of the offense Carson Wentz has. How much control, how comfortable does he feel in this starting role? What is he capable of? Because think about this. Nobody is expecting Carson Wentz to be a starting caliber quarterback as your backup QB. The days of him competing for MVPs and what he did in Philadelphia and all that, that is long gone, right? But Carson Wentz has a chance on Thursday night to say, you know what? If God forbid something happens to Patrick, I know this offense, I can run it, and we can do what we can to keep this train going if something happens to Patrick. This is a chance for him to settle in, get comfortable in case that day comes. Because think about this. We know the Chiefs are going to be a playoff team. We already know they're going to win the division and all that. But if Mahomes goes down, and we've seen Mahomes go down in the past, Carson Wentz, a game or 2 that he starts, could be the difference between this team being the 1 seed as opposed to being the 4 seed. That's how important the backup quarterback position is. So I just want to see how comfortable he fits in this offense, preparing as the starter, what he brings to the table. So far in the preseason, Carson Wentz has a completion percentage around 64%, 57 total yards, and a touchdown. It was that touchdown score to Xavier Worthy in that Detroit Lions game. Let's see what he's made of. What's your confidence level in Carson Wentz as the Chiefs' backup quarterback? How do you feel? Scale it for me in the comments section, 1 through 10. What you feel about Carson Wentz, let us know. Last up on our what to watch for the Kansas City Chiefs this week, it is the last chance for Justyn Ross to show something, to prove why he should make this 53-man roster. In this competitive wide receiver room, there is somebody that's going to have to go. Whether it's Tony, whether it's Sky Moore, whether it's Justyn Ross, or all of them for that matter, we shall see. And Ross, he showed flashes of brilliance in that first game against the Jags with the catch of the week that week. That tiptoe catch he had was phenomenal. Now, what is he going to do when his job is on the line here? I would argue this is the most important game of Justyn Ross's career to show what he's made of at this point and what he can do Thursday night. Can he be a target that the quarterbacks can't miss? Can he find ways to get open? Can he make an impact here? Going up against these second and third teamers from Chicago, this is a huge chance for Justyn Ross to see what he's made of. And I don't know, are we going to get Justyn Ross that just kind of fades and goes missing? A 23-yard catch, that sounds nice, but that's not going to be enough. I need to see more than that. I need to see consistency from Justyn Ross on Thursday night, a big game for him. What will the final score be in this Chiefs-Bears game? Who wins? What's the final score predicted for me in the comment section? Let us know what you think of how this game ultimately plays out. Thanks for joining us here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Don't miss out on our Chiefs Report watch party live Thursday night right here on the channel. We shall see you then. YouTube.com/ChiefsTV to subscribe now. Thanks for joining us.